Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is part 5 working session of ASP.NET Core plus Angular. If you are new to my channel, please watch other 4 working session from ASP.NET Core and Angular. Okay, in this video, we will try to learn dependency injection in Angular. Okay, like if you recap our previous videos, like we were able to design the HTTP client get and post calls within the component.ts itself, but it is not a good practice to do always because there is a injectable concept, nothing but there is a service concept to separate the HTTP client calls from the component.ts. Angular is going to support dependency injection to separate the things from the component.ts as well. Okay, for that, what we need to first we need to create a if you communication between client and server. To do that, first what we need to we need to just import the injectable from Angular core library. Angular core library contains Angular core library contains injectable decorator the service. Okay, okay, we are exporting this service and I am naming it as a employee service because we are going to deal with the employee operations and I'm just creating some default like empty constructor. Okay, for now we are trying to separate from service calls from the home.component.ts. Currently we are having two calls. One is to list us employees information. The other one is like insert and employee information. Okay. First we'll work on this get list of employees information. We are just naming it as a get employee information. Okay. This is the function. And to make HTTP client call, what we need to first we need to import the HTTP client library. I'm just copying this line and paste it in the home.service.ts. Okay. To utilize this HTTP client call, what we need to do, we need to inject this HTTP client call in the constructor. For now, we are having one default constructor. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create a private HTTP client alias name, which contains the HTTP client. Okay. Now, what we need to we need to return the list of employees information. Okay. To save some time, I'm just copying this piece of code from the home.component.ts, the base URL under. That's it. What we need to do as I mentioned in the previous video, this get method is going to return as the observable of object. Okay, nothing but observable of object, nothing but employee information. But if you observe clearly, this get is not going to return one object information. It is going to return as the list of information, nothing but array of objects information. And if you see, we need to typecast it with the return type so that it will cast automatically. Okay. Now get employee information will return as the list of employees information. Okay. Like the next thing is how can we use this employee service in home.component.ts. Okay. It's very simple. First we need to import the employee service into home.component.ts. Okay. Home the home service is present in the home folder and we already exported the home service. The name is employee service. If you observe here, private HTTP client the same way we need to inject the employee service as well. Okay, I'm going to use the private alias of employee service, like which we segregated on the part of submission. Now I'm just removing this piece of code. We just need to make a call employee service dot. If you see here, we have a method. This method is going to return as the list of employees information. On the response, if you observe our component, this employee information is holding the list of employees information. This dot employee information is equals to I am assigning the response back to the employee information. With this, okay, what we need to we just need to remove this piece of code and make a call to get the list of employees information. Okay, this get employee information is going to take care of communicating between component.ts and service.ts. Service.ts is going to make a call to the our server, actual server, to get the list of employees information. Okay, now we are done with the separating get employees information. The same way we separate this post employees information as well. What we do we just need to copy this information, come back to home service. Now have one more method, that is get insert employee information. Okay, if you observe this, okay, insert employee will expect employee information as a parameter. Now copy this parameter and paste it here. The same way return this HTTP client and post call, same base URI. Comma, as we discussed in the previous video, we need to pass the employee information as well. Okay, this will return observable of bool, whether the insertion is successful or not. Okay, we are done with this separating insert an employee as well. To utilize to use this, come back to our home.component.ts on submission, a call to the service. This dot employee service dot insert an employee, which expects one employee information parameter dot subscribe will return as the bool flag, whether the insertion is successful or not. Just compare if the response is successful, then make a call to get the updated employees information list. This is the way how we can segregate the HTTP calls from the component.ts. Okay. Next step is if you see here, this is declared but its value is never used, mainly separated from the home.component.ts. Now I am removing this from the constructor. Okay. Next thing is we need to inject this employee service in app.module.ts to utilize this employee service features. I am first importing employee service. Okay. Employee service will be part of providers, means all injectable services will be part of providers. In our upcoming Angular sessions, we will discuss about each and everything in detail. Okay, I am going to make complete series on AngularJS. Please subscribe my channel for all upcoming videos. Okay. This is the way how we can segregate HTTP client calls from the home.component.ts. Okay, let me test it whether it's working successfully or not. Yes, it will be automatically refreshed, and we can see after segregation of HTTP client calls from the component.ts also we were able to see the data successfully. Okay, let me click on create new employee. Salary is 40. He belongs to IT department. Click on submit. Employee record successfully inserted. Yes, and one more record got inserted into our table. And how we can create the services in Angular. In our upcoming session, we will learn how to create dependency injection in ASP.NET Core. If you observe our web clearly, here the database operations are happening in employee info controller only. As part of the solid principles, this should be segregated from the employee info controller, so that each class should be responsible for only one operation. But if employee controller is taking the responsibility of insertion as well, means database operations as well. Okay, what we need, like we are going to segregate this from the employee info controller. The same way how we implemented dependency injection in Angular, the same way we implement dependency injection in ASP.NET Core also. Okay, DB context calls from the employee info controller. Thanks for watching my video.